That actually worked. Right, hello to nobody that's watching at the moment. But for those who might be watching later who are doing catch-up, we're going to do some, as the title says, we're going to do some Daytona racing today. We're doing the team launch on Sunday. Well, I think it's Sunday. It could be Saturday yet, but I'm looking like Sunday so far. And I've not done Daytona so far. And given that's going to be a 3-hour race, I figured probably a good idea to get some practice in. And rather than just do some hot laps around there, I figured done a couple of laps already just on my own, but we're jumping to the GT3 races. So we're going to do the 20-minute GT3 challenge first, which I've signed up for now. And that starts in 15 minutes. And then after that, providing that doesn't go too badly, we'll do the 40-minute race, which starts at 9 o'clock. So yeah, I've done some tinkering with the stream. Should be possible for me now to see chat, anyone that subscribes or anything like that. So I should now be able to see that rather than actually just wing it and sort of have to lean over like this and try and read on the other screen. So fingers crossed this all goes okay. But as I say, I've tinkered a bit with Streamlabs, changed a few settings, hopefully not broken anything, but we'll find out when I start iRacing, whether everything works. So before we tried this, it all worked on Sunday, just gone. That was very last minute, but when we actually tried to do this last time, nothing worked. The in-game view was just frozen. So that has hopefully all been fixed. And this is kind of a trial run to see if all these changes work before Sunday stream. So anyway, hello to anyone who might be watching, either now or later on, if you're watching this back after it's already been on. Hope you're doing well. I seem to be getting over the last bits of my cold now, so I might still sound a bit blocked up. But we're well enough. Right, just waiting for iRacing to start. It's just loading in. Which is why you can't see anything on the left of the screen, actually. But here we go. Hopefully that's going to load in now. Right, there we go. So if I now go to our fancy transition. There we go. Right, we have Streamlabs or Racelabs working. And now hopefully, not that there's anything there yet, but hopefully I can now see any chat. So if anyone does say anything, no one's even watching at the moment, looking at the numbers, but if anyone does come in, says anything, I will be able to see it and reply. So anyway, we've got 15 minutes or thereabouts. Let's have a look. So we've got 10 minutes to do some laps, get some practice in. And then, yeah, hopefully get on with a decent race. Have I got this all started?
Radio check.
Right, Crew Chief, Race Labs, Sim Hub, and Fan Lab all open. So we should be good to go, no excuses.
Pit lane speed limit is 88 kilometers per hour.
It'll also be a good chance for me to check that these chat overlays aren't going to get in the way. They should be alright. I've set the opacity quite low. So even if they do sort of sit on top of something, I should be able to see.
All clear on pit exit.
Right, so we've got people behind us. I'll let them go. Yeah, I quite like this track. It's difficult. There's not much to it really in terms of complex turns, but to do it quickly, you have to get a lot of practice in, especially the chicane. That's where I kind of lose most time at the moment. Where are these guys? Well, they'd have overtaken us by now. So my fastest time in just the sort of 10 minutes or so that I did before the stream was a 1:45.9, which, looking at the schedule times, like the lap times of the previous sessions, that looks, for my kind of sprint splits anyway, that looks fairly competitive. Yeah, so that's where you know you're either going to get an off track or worse, to slow down. But if you do mess it up and you have to correct yourself to not get over those things, then that's where you're going to lose a lot of time. So I think that's where I'm mostly looking to sort of practice. There we go. That's quite a tricky corner as well. Ooh,
The leader has just done a 145.12.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, a bit greedy with the throttle coming out there. And obviously something in this track as well that's so important, not just the time you lose and gain from doing corners correctly, it's the slip that you get on this track. Plays a massive role. Oh, yeah, who pulls that one up? Right, I'm going to let this guy pass. Go high and just let him go. Yeah, if you're behind someone, you know, within a second, 1.3 normally is about before you start losing the slipstream effect. You just gain so much time, even if you've not necessarily had the best lap in terms of corners. You just make up so much time. So sometimes it pays to sort of just sit behind someone.
P13.
Oh. Oh no, he's letting me go. See, yeah, sometimes you'll see when I've watched people do this race is they'll just sit behind, even though they've got the pace to get past them, because the slipstream's so powerful on this track. Sometimes if you do overtake them, you're just going to get overtaken again anyway, so sometimes it pays just to be patient.
The leader's just done a 144.34.
This guy now behind us, 1.1, he'd be within the slipstream. Probably see that gap close quite a bit now. At least be well below a second by the time we get to the chicane. Or ever so slightly early turning in then. But you see what I mean? It's so hit and miss. That the sort of whether you're getting off track or not, it's so the line's so fine, and because you're going through that at quite some pace anyway, it's difficult to get it right.
th.
I don't know why this guy's so keen to sit behind us. Given it is only practice. Yeah, we're not having a good time here at the moment.
Car in front lap time is a 147, car right.
Oh, well, that's ruined the
Hold your
chicane
line.
for me then.
Clear right.
Thank you, mate. No, he's let me go again. No, you don't. I'm just going to sit behind you. You get a lot of bump drafting in this, not necessarily in the shorter races, but the endurance one where obviously fuel saving's a thing.
B26, that puts you 4.4 off the leader's pace. The guy in front has just done a 147.10.
Ooh. Yeah, trying to mimic his line then, it's not normally what I do. He goes very deep into though, or very late into turning in, should I say. That's kind of what you want to do. Again, I think I was a little slow on entry into the chicane, but that's kind of the line you want to be taking. So you almost want to be facing or pointing towards the exit when you're hitting that second curb. Man, look at that fast Sky 143.6. Man.
B30, that's your fastest lap today.
Right, 147.1. That's way off where we want to be. If I can shave a second off that, it'd be more like it. A little stompy there on the throttle. Ooh! Too busy looking at my Delta then. Right, what's this going to be? I think it's going to be a low 146.
B28, good lap. That's your quickest today. You're currently 2.1 off the pace.
It's not great. Right, let's see how we get on in a race then. So I think I'll qualify. Even though this is a practice race, part of me thinks just worry about sort of getting the laps in and getting that practice. I kind of want to just see, given it's only a 20-minute race anyway, just see how we sort of stack up. And I think with, 146, again, looking at the session times for the last race, so what that have been, the 6:15 race, like high 146s, low 147. So we're fast enough, but obviously hot lapping's one thing. Whether we can put those kind of times in when there's other cars on the track. So, okay, well, there's no real pressure. If you look at the what's the word? The entries there. We're car 15 in this split, so there's no real pressure to actually finish that high. Not to say that I don't want to. I want to finish, 15th. I'd like to sort of get another podium like we've done the last couple of races, but that might be a bit ambitious. I think I'm going to sit out of practice, and yeah, we'll definitely qualify. I think that's the plan. And then I know from watching this race that lap 1,
the track temperature's decreasing. It's now 19 Celsius.
So like the hairpin, that's where if there's going to be trouble with cars piling up and taking each other out, that's normally where you see it. So if we can get through turn 4 on lap 1, get away, or just get through that safely, then we should be able to have a decent race. And that's the thing about this is, if you fall outside of a slipstream, you normally get left on your own. If you do stay in a pack or a group of a few cars and you all stay within each other's slipstream, then you unless you have a bad corner, it's difficult normally to break away, because you all get that slipstream effect. So it's very much a case of whether you can keep up with the guys in front and keep in that slipstream, because if you do drop out of that, then you will just fall down the pack until guys catch you up and you can sort of get in another group. Right, let's see how we can get on in qualifying. Obviously 20-minute race, so it's only a fixed setup, so don't have to worry about I don't think I can change fuel for quali. Probably should look, but oh well. See. So if I can get a 140, no 146,
2 laps to get the job done.
I'll be happy with that. Obviously this lap doesn't count, it's just just your out lap, so I won't be pushing here, just get some heat into the tyres. That corner there is a very easy one to sort of come out of a bit too quickly, especially when you've got cold tyres, you're going to spin. So careful just to make sure that you've sort of start to open up the wheel a bit, and then wait till you do that before you get on the throttle. And even then, just don't get on it too quickly. Oh. Yeah, we don't want too many of those. I know it's only qualifying, but they still count. Right, here we go then. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Well, there we go. Luckily, we got one more lap. That is a tricky corner, though, because you have to sort of heavy on the brakes, kind of in a straight line, right to the far right of the track. And then you need to start trail braking off back into the left. And obviously, if you're a bit too heavy still when you start turning in, then that's exactly what happens. You just spin out. So, as I say, thankfully you got another lap to do it in, and try and get a decent time in. Or we're going to be starting from the back, even if we don't want to be. Oh wow, so guy on pole at the moment just got a 1:45 dead, pretty much. So I don't think we're going to get anywhere near the front. That's interesting, that those sort of times on this split.
Sixth place. Your lap time was at 1:53.35.
Sixth place? Oh right, because I was going to say, because no other cars have done it yet. That's fair enough. I was going to say, how the hell are we sixth place with a time like that? Right, I'm going to try not to look at the predicted time. I don't want the pressure going into the chicane, but I think we could get a 1:46 something here. Ah. Oh. I'm amazed we got away with that. I thought that was a guaranteed off track then. Well, that could have been a lot quicker. I think we lost probably 2-3 tenths in the chicane alone.
P7.
P7. So it seems to be some quick guys at the front getting in those 1:45s and then not too much pace behind that, because I would expect it to have been around, well, sort of, I don't know, towards the back of a 1:46.5 based on the pole time. 1:44.9. Yeah, definitely would expect to be around the back for that, if those are the kind of times we get at the front. But it's going to make lap 1 interesting. Going to be right amongst it for that turn 4, where I said the trouble is. Yeah, interesting. So what kind of cars have we got? Again, I don't know about further back, but we seem to be we are the only Mercedes in the top 10. Mostly Ferraris, and other than that it's a mix. Porsches, Lambos. I just don't know why the Mercedes is such a... Well, not many people use it basically. I just don't... I know it's a heavier car. I don't know. I mean, if someone like me can get 7th with Mercedes, I'm sure someone who's a lot better can get a hell of a lot better time. So I can't see it being a car problem. It's slow. Any track, I just don't seem to see many cars or many people use it. But then when you watch people like Dave Cam and sort of those streamers that are in higher splits. It seems to be quite a
That's the end of the session.
popular
7th
car
position.
on some tracks. So yeah, I don't know, unless it's a skill-based thing. Yeah, right. So we are 7th. Did it stick? Yeah. Yeah, so we stuck with 7th place. Guy behind us did a... Oh, I can't see now. But yeah. Obviously, those guys at the front want high 144.9 and low 145s. I'm expecting them just to shoot off. And then sort of if we could keep up with these guys in front of us directly with that and keep staying their slipstream, should be all right. But it's all going to depend on... Yeah, it's all going to depend on how we can get through turn 4, because as I say, a few people I've seen stream this race this week. It hasn't gone well. I'll just say that. Right. I don't know why I haven't got in yet. Let's go. I hope this lasts more than four corners. Obviously, I'm not going to be super defensive because ultimately this is basically, this evening is a practice evening to get some racecraft on Daytona. Because as if you have joined the stream, I can see there's a couple of people watching, I think. So if you have joined and you didn't start from the beginning, I said basically done a few hot laps on here, but before the endurance race on Sunday or Saturday, whenever we end up doing it, I want to just get some practice with other cars on the track. So doing some shorter races, maybe do a VRS sprint, so the 40-minute race, depending on how it goes. And then yeah, so this is kind of, I don't want to say practice because I'm taking them seriously. I want to do well, but ultimately it's about finishing. There's no point trying to be super aggressive and on a practice run get taken out on lap 1 and we don't actually get anything out of it. 20
minutes. The track temp is 19. The air temp is 18 Celsius.
So if it's a difference between letting a couple of cars pass and getting through lap 1 okay, or
follow car number 14.
Holding our position, get taken out and not be able to finish a race, then I'll do the former.
Catch up to car number 14.
Ah, my frame rate is not... I guess it's because I'm streaming as well, but yeah, I don't normally see below 100 frames per second. I'm getting 50 at the moment. Hopefully it doesn't go any lower than that. Yeah, T1, I keep going on about T4 being the one to look out for in terms of pile-ups. T1 could be a nightmare where we are at the moment because we're going to have a lot of cars coming in behind us depending on where they brake, how much they brake. We could get taken out there. Hopefully we're not the one that's taking anyone out.
Toby, here we go.
Come on.
Go. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
Look at this lunatic. Oh my word.
On your right. Still there.
Wow, my frame rate.
He's still there. Right side's clear.
Yeah, it seems to have picked up again now, but...
Okay, let's find a good rhythm. Make some places.
Yes, sir. Oh! Where's he gone? Oh, man, he managed to save that. Looked like he'd already completely spun then. Did well to save that. Oh, man. Right, so now we're going to see just how powerful the slipstream is, because I'm guessing those half a second behind, they could be a hell of a lot closer by the time we get to the chicane. But then obviously we got the slipstream with the guy in front as well, which is going to help us. Right, when's he going to brake? Oh, why is he braking there? He's not expecting him to brake there. Must have having to correct himself. Or this could be, I think we're...
Left side.
What's he going to do?
There. Still there. Hold your line. Clear
Dude.
left, on your left. For clear all
What
round.
the hell, man?
Place.
That wasn't on me, was it? Again, it's like, looks like there's a couple of you watching. That hopefully you'll agree that wasn't on me. Looks like he just went right across me then. And again, through no fault of our own, at least I think, we've got a 4X, and on these short races, it's just... It's so harsh on your safety rating. Like, last race in the GT4s, we only got 4 incidence points across the whole race from a 4X at the start, and lost, I think, 0.15 safety rating, so hopefully it's not the same again. I just don't know what he was doing then. So where are we? 8th. So we've lost position on our starting place, basically. God, that was... So... He must have just been trying to outbrake me and completely missed it. Could get interested out in front. All over the place.
The leader has just done a 145.58. P8, that was a 146.45.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no.
Incident in
Dude.
turn 2.
Oh, well.
There's an incident in turn 1.
God, how much longer do I have to wait before I can move? That guy just goes on the inside of me. Ah, well, that's annoying. I'm guessing we... Oh, we didn't get another 4X for that guy going into us. I'm not quite sure how. Oh, definitely taken some damage though. Guess it must have knocked the wheels out of alignment.
The gap behind is now 0.8. Okay, Toby, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Oh, well, it's kind of damage limitation now. Yeah, that's the first spin we've had in a while. Really surprised on a couple of occasions we've not gotten off track there. Oh man, looks like we're going to lose some iRating. This cannot get a consistent run on getting an increase.
P16.
Slowly catching the guys in front.
The gap in front is now 4.6. There's an incident in turn 7. It looks like it's Zoo. Incident in turn 6. We think it might be Zoo.
Yeah, his car just did not want to go through there. The same with that damage. It's not too bad. It's nothing that's
a new fastest lap
making the car unhandleable, or not able to handle it, but definitely must have suspension or some kind of alignment from that shunt we took because the guy went past.
The gap to Zoo behind is now 2.3, 15th place.
So we got a 1:45.6. Wow, that's a decent time. Beat our quali time. We're just not able to catch these guys in front, unfortunately.
There's an incident in bus stop.
I said there was an incident, I didn't see anything.
I think P6 has binned it in turn 1. P14. Sector 1 is 0.37 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace.
That.
Alright Toby, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Come on man, smooth is fast, and we need fast right now. That's half distance. You're looking good for fuel.
Nearly lost the back of the car then. Right, so still a 6.7, so we are struggling to keep up with them. I know that little group's all got slipstream effect, but
yellow flag, caution.
right, we're going to get some slipstream of our own now. Just about.
The gap to Zoo behind is now 2.6.
Yeah, very slowly. Has he got damage? Oh, he has. Oh, well, that didn't last long. Nice while it lasted.
13th place. You've just done a 146.54.
A couple of times I've nearly lost the back of the car. Just being a bit too eager on the throttle.
There's an incident in turn 6. It looks like Zoo.
Zoo again in turn 6. I think that's the second time we've passed him. He's crashed there.
Track limits.
Ah. I think unfortunately the gap's just too big and those guys are all helping each other out, so I'm going to have to rely on freebies, I think. Need to practice that corner, definitely, because that's where I think we could gain a lot of time on these guys in front. Just going either a bit too wide or braking a bit too much. Can't really just get the balance right. Oh, that was slow. Couldn't really get on the throttle when I needed to then because I'd overcooked it. So Peter's dropped too far back to be gaining any slipstream in front then, so see if we can catch him now. Also,
incident in International Horseshoe. Looks like it's Williams. Yellow flag.
As annoying as that spin was, I think it's helped us a lot because ever since then I've not made that mistake again in terms of over going in too quickly and having to be too hard on the brakes, which is what caused us to spin before. So it's annoying, but it taught us a lesson, and we've not made that mistake again. So it's good we made it now rather than on Sunday. Oh. Get off the yellow line. So we're in the slipstream now. Should catch this guy in front.
You're reeling Williams in. The gap is 0.8.
Race isn't completely dead yet. We've probably got 3 laps. Any can happen in 3 laps.
That's the fastest lap of the race. That lap time was 1:45.42.
Oh, nice. I'll take that. Ooh.
Come on, Toby. Push, push, push. We can catch this car.
No! Woohoo!
V13. You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Ah, that's cost us. Out of his slipstream now. Stupid, I was focusing too much on what he was doing rather than following my own line. Hopefully we can get some time on him again, the bus stop. Gained again, but could have been a lot better. Not quite as early on the throttle as we normally are. He's got a better exit by the looks of it as well.
The gap to Williams ahead is now 1.7 seconds. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Incident in bus stop. It looks like Zoo.
Oh, poor Zoo, he's having a nightmare. Oh. Just when I said that I hadn't made that mistake again, we nearly made it. Oh no, we're going to get slowed down. Ah.
Had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Toby.
Oh well.
You'll
Just
need to
ruined
keep
that last
time
chance we
gained.
had to get him. Just pushing a bit too much to try and catch him there. That's cost us. Going to take a big mistake from him now to try and catch him.
B12. One more lap to go.
E12?
You'll need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty.
Someone else binned it. Well, even with a second slowdown, we're this close to him. I really think we could have got him if we didn't mess that up. But again, just pushing a bit too much to try and get that time down on him. Oh well. Could have lost a lot more iRating than we have. 18, if it does end up being 18, is okay, I suppose. Given it was going to be a loss of 60. Oh, it's a shame that. Because obviously we started 8th, and I think we could have maybe finished around there if we stuck with it, but yeah, just inexperience on that corner with the braking points. And
I think P3's gone off in turn 1. Yellow flag. P12. Okay, we're done.
oh yeah, that was alright. Again, not ideal because we've lost iRacing and probably going to lose a hefty amount of safety rating as well. Given the harsh drops we've had lately, it doesn't seem very fair or fairly weighted. I mean, 7 incident points probably should get about a 0.1 drop on a 20-minute race. But given we got a lot more than that with only a 4x the other day, I'm slightly concerned of what we're going to get now. I'm still slightly salty that on a 73-lap stint, or double stint, on the race on Sunday, 8 incident points across 73 laps, and we got a 0.06 boost. That seems very stingy. Oh well. I am just doing this in lap at the moment just to maximise the number of corners we're doing, help any safety rating loss we might get. Obviously Daytona's not got the most amount of corners in the world, so I don't think it's going to do too much, but every little helps. Ah, that's annoying.
Watch your speed. Pit lane speed limit is 88 kilometers per hour.
Right, where are we? Right down the bottom. So, we've got around... Let me just look at my phone a sec. Save that replay. Right. Let's have a look then. Oh, 0.22 safety rating drop. Harsh. Really lost 7 I rating. I don't know why that is. Because it said we are going to lose 18. But yeah, I'm certainly not going to argue with that. Again, 7 incident points. 20-minute race. I guess I can kind of see some logic, but it does just seem. I know we've got our A license now, and I guess that does change the formula that it calculates your safety rating drop and your safety rating increase on. But yeah, if that's a sign of things to come, I'm gonna have to be careful when I do these shorter races, because that's quite a lot to lose, and it's not even like, you know, on the kind of splits that we're doing, getting a 4x is pretty standard, to be honest. Whether that's someone hitting you on the pace lap, like happened to us on the endurance race, or, you know, just turn 1 madness, it does just seem like, yeah, it's gonna be pretty costly. We're gonna hopefully not struggle to keep hold of that A license. Obviously, we've got a nice cushion at the moment before we have to worry about that. What is it like if you go below 1? So yeah, plenty of time yet. But yeah, we'll let's sign up for the endurance race. We're going to see how we've got. What time is it? 20 minutes. Get this down. Cool, right. That one, since we don't actually have anything to show on the left hand side. So yeah, so interesting race. Obviously we qualified 7th, I think. Let's have a look. We qualified yeah, we qualified seventh with an all right time. But the guys at the front, man, for that particular split, was it Fleming put a 1:44.9, which was a hell of a lot better than we did. Yeah, we fairly good few laps at the start, and then unfortunately on to turn 1, I think lap 4, just a little bit heavy on the brakes, which messed up our whole line going through there. And trying to correct myself, I was just a bit heavy on the brakes, spun out, and yeah, that basically cost us. We were at the back then, and of course, as I mentioned earlier on the stream, if you find yourself out of a pack of cars where you don't get your slipstream on Daytona, it's going to be a lonely race, because if there are a group of cars, they're just going to all cling on to each other and just keep each other, you know, in that little group. And if you're on your own, you don't have that slipstream effect. So yeah, it was a lonely race for us in the end. We had to rely on a few freebies. We did catch a few people up at the end, but we just made it a bit too difficult for ourselves, I think. And that cost us in terms of where we ultimately ended up finishing. But could have been a lot worse. Finished, where did we finish? 12th in the end. Out of 19. Obviously, not all of those finished. 2 disconnected at the start. So yeah, finished basically 12th out of 19 or 17 running cars. We were lucky, basically, when we did spin, I stuck on the wall, reversed ever so slightly, not back onto the track because I didn't want to take anyone out who was coming behind us, reversed ever so slightly, but someone must have messed up their own corner, went into the back of us. How we didn't get a 4X for that, I don't know. We managed to get away with that one, but that did some damage to our car. Must have knocked some wheels out of alignment or suspension damage, because although the car was not that bad, it wasn't that difficult to turn through. There were a couple of corners where it was noticeably harder, so again, that cost us, but I don't think it would have made a difference to where we finished. I think that the damage was done by the fact we spun, not the damage to the car. But anyway, let's sign up to the sprint. I'm not sure how much of a good idea that is, given the race we just had, but you know, this ultimately is about getting practice in. Oh, Jesus, no, we we don't have 20 minutes or 15 minutes. It starts at 9. So yeah, that's I'm glad I checked then. So one thing I am going to do is get a... I don't think I should. I was going to say I'm going to get a setup off Craig's setup shop, but given we're basically jumping straight into this race and we're not going to have a chance to practice with that setup, I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm going to stick with the baseline setup, which obviously is far from the quickest. Could help. It's going to hurt us a little bit, but I think I keep talking about it like everyone's terrible. We're not. Ultimately, we're in these splits too. But I think at this level and the kind of splits we're in, I think setups are neither here nor there in terms of just how much difference they make. Probably a tenth or so at most. It's only really when you get to those higher splits that people are so good and so, you know. Hey, Adam, how you doing, man? So yeah, we just did a 20-minute race, the GT3 Challenge race on Daytona. Had a good first 3 laps, and then yeah, I basically, before the race started, I'd done, I don't know, 10 minutes or so just hot lapping Daytona. I hadn't driven it before, so jumped straight into a race. We're doing all right, but I still turn 1, just getting used to the sort of that line of sort of heavy braking onto the right, trail braking into the left. Just overcooked it a bit, spun, and that cost us. But we salvaged something. We finished 12th at 19th. We were 8th at the time. So yeah, but you know, the race could have been a lot better, but could have been a lot worse. We could have been taken out quite badly by the time we actually got back on the track. A couple of cars nearly took us out. One did hit us, but we didn't do too much damage, so able to finish the race. But yeah, it's all right. This is basically, as I was saying earlier, just about getting some practice in with some racecraft on the track. I don't know if you're still about to do practice tomorrow. So I think we said Thursday evening, didn't we, about getting a practice stream in. But if you're up for that, man, I'm happy to get on and do that. But yeah, let's go back. Right, just wait for. Yeah, sorry for the black screen, just waiting for iRacing to load. I'm nearly done. But this one, I think this one should be a bit better. I think we're still going to qualify. We're still take it as if it, you know, we're actually trying. But I think this time, you know, normally with sprint races, obviously, despite the fact it's called a sprint, there is normally that sort of not quite pushing it from the start. So we will get a bit of a chance to sort of get that rhythm in at the start and sort of get comfortable. Whereas before, it was basically, yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm definitely up for tomorrow. Just give us a shout. Send us a message on Discord or something, whenever's good for you, and I'll make sure I'm available. I did speak to Tony as well. I don't think he's going to be able to do Sunday, so it could just be us two again, unless you know anyone else who wants to join us. But I don't mind if it's just us two. It's worked for the last 2 races, been quite fun. Turn this off. But yeah, right, how are we doing in this one? So we are car number 17. So again, there's not too much pressure to finish near the front. Yeah, I'm still going to qualify. It seems silly not to.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 23 Celsius.
Hey Baz, yeah man, I think that's the one thing that I really need to I need to stop pushing and just, yeah, concentrate more on getting consistent laps. At the moment, I think that last race I spent a lot of time sort of going a bit deeper into turn 4 and which one is it? Turn 6 again. No, it wasn't. Turn 7, sorry. Because I kept sort of losing traction on that one, been a bit too eager on the throttle. So yeah, I need to just find the line that I'm going to use and stick with it and practice that rather than keep changing my mind and sort of tinkering. But yeah, 100%, man, I totally agree. But I mean, our fastest lap in that race was a 1:45.4, which wasn't far off the fastest lap of the race. I think the fastest lap was a 1:44.9. So, you know, pace was there. Pace was there, but yeah, we should need to be consistent with it. There's no point getting one fast lap and the others are all slow. But anyway, let's qualify and yeah, see how we get on. Oh. Yeah, so unfortunately, I haven't got oh, where is it? What have I missed? Where's fuel? Oh, no? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we're using a baseline setup, which is unfortunate, but I shouldn't basically have that much time to practice or get another setup yet. And I certainly didn't want to jump into a race and start using a setup that I've not used. For my benefit, as well as everyone else on the track, I didn't want to sort of just take them out as well. So we'll do this race with the baseline setup. Again, not going to be the quickest. Oh, jeez.
Pit exit's clear. We have 2 laps to set a decent time.
Oh god, I put way too little fuel in there. Sorry guys. That's my fault. Hey Tony, hello. How you doing, man? Yeah, I do. I definitely need one of your magical setups. Yes, please. But I'm not going to use it quite yet because I haven't had a chance to practice with it, so I don't want to go in completely blind to how it's going to do. We'll just put that in. But yeah, I would definitely take one of your setups that I can practice with later on in the week and tomorrow. Right.
Pit exit's clear.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Your setups have always been really helpful. especially, I can't remember which one it was you sent me before. I think it's the Watkins Glen one. It was like total game changer for how I did that track. Right. We might only have time to set one lap here. Oh god. If I can even drive properly yet. Right. Thankfully this is it's only our out lap. I'll concentrate now. $4K, man. That's good going, man. I think last stream I watched of yours, you were 3.7 or something. So that's good going. There's me with my lonely 0.9 that I'm struggling to stay above. That's just missed a race that I did just now, Tony, where started 8th, well, qualified 7th, had a bit of a spin while in 8th place, and yeah, just damage limitation, managed to get ourselves back up to 12th. But yeah, just lost a bit of iRating. Right, let's see what I can do. Fuck. Yeah, now that was not good. So worried about locking up then and spinning. That's that last race has sort of knocked my confidence a bit in terms of that corner. So yeah, I don't know what we can aim for here. I'm not going to look at the predicted time because I don't want to put myself off or pressure myself into making a mistake. If I can get a 1:46, I'll be pleased with that. Tiny bit too much fuel in. Right, are we going to have time for this? Just about.
B7, you're now 0.9 off the pace. That lap was a 1:46.16. The leader's just done a 1:44.50.
1:44.50, man. Good time. Had to lift off ever so slightly there. $1:42's Baz, man. That's some good going, buddy. The hot lap video that I watched earlier, sort of just to sort of teach myself the braking points and stuff, that I think that was a high
That's
142.
the end of the session. P6.
But yeah, fair play, man. That's a good time. Playing some Stardew Valley with the wife, so oh, nice, man. Yeah. Well, depending on how fun that is, at least you can have a good laugh on my behalf when hopefully, well, hopefully we don't bin it, but given how the last race went. And we are 6th again, so one better than last place where we started 7th. But, oh man, I just get so nervous. Like, Tony will know because he's watched a few of my races. Baz, I'm not sure if you've subscribed or if you've watched me before. Basically, I've not been doing iRacing that long. I think just after Christmas I started, and I had no confidence in my ability. I came from basically just playing F1, so Simcade games, and I'd always basically either start from the pits or wouldn't qualify and just start from the back. And yeah, it just meant that I always had that kind of just easy ride into the first lap because I'd normally miss all the trouble, or I'd just be sitting in the back, pick up some freebies. Whereas now I'm concentrating on trying to get my rating up, which is why it's so low before anyway. Now I'm trying to get my rating up. I'm sort of starting in the middle of the pack or 6th place, and I'm just not got that confidence or maybe awareness yet of just how to deal with cars all over the place and sort of braking all over the place and taking different lines, trying to be aggressive, you know, when you're on the first lap of a 40-minute race. And that will come in time, but it's sort of that mindset that I had before of just always start at the back, sort of catching up and punishing me now, because yeah, it just means that I'm suffering a bit now. But good practice. Good luck, everyone. Oh. Time is it? 1/4 past.
40 minutes. P6. Catch up to car number 11.
Oh, no. You know what I've done? Oh, my days. So, one thing I like to do, not always intentionally, is make life very difficult for myself. And what I have not done here is change my starting fuel. So I've got 5 laps of fuel. Oh, my God. I don't even think that's going to be enough to pit and then fill up to the end, is it? So we're going to have to do like a splash and dash at the end as well. Oh, my days. Yeah, Tony, I think I'm better than 0.9k. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to kid myself that I should be anywhere near like 4k like you are. But I think I could easily, if I put the consistent time in, to get to 2k.
Go, go, go. Left side.
Yeah.
Hold your line.
Oh, God.
Clear left.
Yeah. Well, yeah, light and fast. I'll lead people into a false sense of security, make them think I'm lightning fast, and then I'll just disappear, and they'll think, where's he gone? And then I'll charge through the field later. Oh, jeez, where's he gone?
Blanco is now in the lead. Yellow flag.
Oh, man, look at him. Still... Oh, my
Well done, Toby.
days!
Good start. There's an accident in.
Welcome to
I think it
sub
might
1k
be
splits,
Blanco.
everyone. Oh, jeez. We're in 2nd place. Oh, yeah, Baz, if someone as quick as you's doing that, then I feel slightly better. Yeah, I don't normally do that because I use... I don't qualify. I don't normally change fuel loads, so I always start with the right amount. But, yeah, I got to get used to doing that again. Oh. Yeah, that was mad, wasn't it? Like, he wasn't even anywhere close to like the dirt or anything, so I don't think he hit that and spun. He just seemed to just, yeah, like you say, Will just gave up on him and sent him off. And then I don't know how the other guy ended up on his roof, unless the guy, when he came across the track, took him out.
P2.
How are we P2? Oh, what a shame that we've ballsed up our fuel, because we could have took advantage of this. Oh, oh man, well, if my driving doesn't entertain you, then hopefully the actions of the others on the track does, because yeah, that was quite something. Oh, God, that bus stop, that's definitely where the practice is needed. And going back to what you said earlier, Baz, about being consistent, that's where I just can't quite get it consistent. Oh, shit. Do you know what I need to do as well? I need to tell him not to replace my tyres.
The leader has just done a 1:45.68. That lap time was 1:45.46. Okay, Toby.
I need to set the crew chief hotkey.
5 minutes.
I haven't done that yet since I reformatted my machine. I'm making life difficult for myself, more than normal to be fair, with fuel. And now these tyres. That was a bit slow.
You've got half your fuel left.
Oh, he's doing it, he's doing. Right, done.
The gap behind is now 0.7.
Right, tyres sorted.
P2. Stick to the plan. Don't be intimidated here.
Yeah, when you get it right, Tony, it's a hell of a thing, or part of the trap, but it's just I either go in too slow to the first curb, which means although it's really easy to get the exit right coming out of the chicane, you lose a lot of time.
Just done a 1:46.79.
Oh God,
Very
nearly.
little fuel left in this lap. Box this lap.
Yeah, I basically nearly did what I did in the last race then, and locked up and put the back end out. Yeah, Baz, definitely. I think that's what I need to do. I keep seeing people say that on Reddit and stuff. But again, I've just, since I've reformatted my machine, little things like that I keep forgetting to do. Right, in this lap then, I don't think we're going to be able to... Oh no, fuel to the end. So we're going to have to do a flash and dash again at some point during a race, but we will see. If he can fuel us to the end, then I'd love that, but I don't think he can this early on.
clear left.
Jesus! Check out the balls on this guy.
Come on, Toby. Don't panic, we'll get him back. We're running on fumes, mate. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
That seemed a bit like a bit of lag as well, because he was further away, and then all of a sudden in my mirror he was alongside me. I didn't seem that smooth and of a... Oh well.
The pit lane speed limit is 88 kilometers per hour.
Right, where are we?
We'll need to stop again.
We will need to stop again, okay. Oh, no. Sorry, Jim. So, one of the things I was saying in the endurance race is that I haven't practiced yet is... because I don't normally have to start from the pits, I've only recently started doing these sprint races, is that I basically just put it in first gear, foot on the accelerator and drive off. I know that I need to get on the clutch, get the revs up and just pull away and just save that little bit of time that does save.
Pit exit's clear.
Oh, get off.
Disengage limiter.
Yes. That's a bad time to read that message. Oh, that's interesting, Baz. I didn't realise you could
There's an
map
incident in turn 5. We think
map
it might
stuff in
be
Stream
Jen's.
Deck, on your Stream Deck to iRacing functionality. Because I've got a Stream Deck here that I use for changing things on Streamlabs, but I've never used it for that. So I'd definitely look at that. Because that'd be perfect. I use the McLaren GT3 wheel basically, and that's not got a huge amount of buttons on. So if I'm kind of limited by what I can map stuff to, so I'd definitely be up for that. So I'll have to have a look at that. Oh, so our fastest lap of the race is a 1:44.4. That's not bad.
Bus stop.
I'll take that. So I guess we're kind of going to have a lonely race for now. We're going to basically be at the back.
The gap in front is
And we're going to
now
have to do some
6.2.
fairly consistent and quick racing to try and get ourselves in a position that once we do that next fuel stop, we're not back at the last place again.
V19.
But yeah, man, the car, and it's obviously just doing those few laps at the start with no fuel has just spoiled me, because now I've got a full heavy car. Not quite as pleasant to drive.
There's an incident in turn 6. It looks like Teixeira. Yellow flag.
Oh, there he is. Oh god, there's two of them. Oh yeah, man, even if it's faff, like you say, in the long run, the amount of time it will save. So I was considering getting a button box, but if I've got a Stream Deck already and you can do that, then it makes perfect sense. So we've got 13 laps remaining. Is that right? Oh yeah. Look at the litres, yeah.
P20.
God, that corner just gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. It's just so easy to just spin there. All the other corners, while there's a lot of time for me to make in them, I don't necessarily feel nervous like I'm going to spin the car, whereas that one, every time I feel like I'm right on the edge of putting the car the wrong way around. Although this one, turn 7 is quite hairy as well, depending on how quickly you get on the throttle. Quite easy for the back end to start to spin out on you. Oh, is that going to be a slow? Ah!
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. You need to slow down and give back some time.
I purposely didn't lift off then because I thought we were just going to make it.
You'll need to slow down to give back the time gained.
Yes, come on. Oh, God, I didn't think that was going to go then.
Incident in turn 6. Looks like it's Teixeira.
Slightly overcooked that one. Button or flag box. Seemed to die then. Thankfully it's come back. Although, as much as I love the flag box for the aesthetics of the thing on the rig, I gotta admit, partly because it's not the best place for me, but I just don't get that much use out of it. For now, like, if you can see the over-the-shoulder camera, it's kind of, when my hand's here, the flag box is behind my hand, so I don't really see it. It's useful for flags because of the flashing. But for gears or anything static on there, it's not very useful at the moment, so I do need to move it. Oh, nice, Baz. Yeah, that'd be good.
E19.
Be nice to get the slipstream with someone at some point. Even if it's just with some fuel saving. I don't think we're going to quite make up the deficit that we need to get to the end of the race, but any fuel saving would be good. Too early on the brakes and too early on the throttle. Or, yeah, that was the right way around. Oh, we're catching Nicholas in front now.
The gap ahead is now 3.1.
Oh, I had to lift off again there. So much easier with a lighter fuel load to get through that with a perfect line. I'm quite looking forward to doing the endurance race on Sunday here, though. I will have to make sure that I don't go and underfuel my car at the start again.
P18.
Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, idiot. Ah. Stupid, stupid, stupid mistake. Well, benefit of being at the back is we didn't have to sort of wait there for cars to go past. But clutching at straws there for positives, because yeah, we've also made it a lot more. Oh, nice, man. Is it you and one other, or how many of you doing it? So annoyingly, the traffic isn't that far away. Like well, 8 seconds or 10 seconds away, but it's annoying being able to see him that close, knowing that if we didn't keep making stupid mistakes. Right, so cars appear to be pitted now, given we've made up a few places.
That's 20 minutes to go. Okay, Toby, that's half distance. Should be about 15 minutes of fuel remaining.
Ah, nice, man. Yeah, me and Adam, who was in the chat earlier, we're aiming, hopefully with a couple of others at that point, to do the Nürburgring 24. I'd love to do that. Because when I got into sim racing, that was always the kind of thing that I wanted to do and envision myself enjoying, is the longer endurance races. But
B17.
I've only recently found a teammate in Adam. Oh god, he's got a fair bit of damage and he's going to let us go, thankfully.
Car right, clear right.
And yeah, we've done a couple of practice races, the VRS endurance races, of kind of see how we gel as a team. And man, he's a really good driver, and we get on really well as a team. So yeah, we hopefully be in a position in a couple of weeks. I think that's what it is, like a couple of weeks for the Nürburgring 24. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do that then, if we can find someone else at least. So I don't fancy splitting a 24-hour race between two people. As fun as it would be, I think my my other half and the kids might have something to say about it. But if you're doing 142s on this track, you're definitely not going to be in our split. Otherwise, I'd say I'll see you on track and it'd be good to race you, my friend. But I think you're going to be well above me in terms of splits. But one day, something for me to aim for. That really has hurt us, that extra fuel stop. Well, and spinning like an idiot, but I don't think we're going to finish anywhere near other than last place, I think. I think that's basically where we can sort of hope to finish.
B13.
Oh, come on, don't do that. I really can't see us making up the kind of pace we're putting in at the moment. The one thing I've got to keep reminding myself is until tonight, I've never raced on this track. I've never driven on this track. Other than, I think I did a... I can't remember what special event it was. I did a practice session on that. And that was in touring cars, I think. So, other than that, I've never driven on this track. So I could never really moan too much about not being competitive. It would have been nice, but the main thing was about getting the practice for the race on Sunday. Yeah, man, I think we're going to aim, see if we can get a team of 4 at least. Because otherwise I just don't think it will be feasible, but we'll see. But that's basically my ideal race, 24 hours at Nürburgring. I love driving that track as it is. Like anytime I see it on iRacing, I'll always drive on it, even if it's not a series that I normally drive. Just because it is, despite my sort of skill level on this game, I am quite competitive at the Nürburgring in terms of... I'm just going to let this guy go.
Left side. Clear left. P12.
Yeah, I'm quite competitive. Like, I always do fairly well at the Nürburgring. I've nailed it so many times in terms of got through it, 0 incidents. You know, started from the back and end up finishing sort of podium places. So I do feel really confident on that track. So yeah, I really would like to try an endurance race on it. But driving on it for, you know, 20 minutes or an hour, it's quite different to driving on it for, well, assuming we got 4 people, driving on it for 6 hours. Oh, don't spin again.
15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, exactly, Baz. You know, I'm getting round it. We've had the 1 spin so far, but I'm getting round it. But getting round it and getting round it quickly, obviously 2 very different things. And I think I'm doing a 145 at the moment. If I can get that into the 144s by Sunday, like a consistent 144, not just doing a 144 here and there, I'll be pleased with that. I think I'm a long way away from something like your times of a 142. I think, you know, I'm months and months and months away from that. But since 2009. Bloody hell, man. Wow.
All right, Toby. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
2009. That's crazy, man. Have you been playing it consistently across then and like not had any breaks away from it, or?
Holland is closing in. The gap is now 7.7. P8.
Fair play, man. 2009. That's no wonder you're doing times like 142. That's some craft you must have learnt in all that time. Ooh, what's this? What's going on here?
Car right. Clear right.
He got damage, or is he just fuel saving? Has he missed his pit stop? Yeah, like I said at the start of the race, I got to remind myself that I have only been playing this game for, well, just over 3 months now. And compared to like someone like you or people who've been playing years, obviously that racecraft and that, just that skill of being able to drive these cars, just that comes in time. Like, you can practice all you want, but nothing is as good as time spent on the track. You know, if I'd have spent 10 hours a day for 3 months, that still is not going to be as good as like spending, you know, 13, 14 years on a game and learning it over all that time period. So I've got to set my expectations realistically and not beat myself up too much, but I've always been a perfectionist like that. I get frustrated at myself when I see that I'm a few seconds off the pace, and I'm just like, well, why can't I do it? Am I, you know, if I can't do it now, am I ever going to be able to do it? But it's just, that's the thing, and that's another reason why my I rating is so low. Is before, like, I just see a series doing a track that I like. I've never driven this series or driven that series before, that car before, and I just jump straight into a race, crash out, or finish way down the pecking order because I'm not competitive, and then just I was just hemorrhaging I rating because I was just approaching the game all wrong. I was treating it like it was Gran Turismo or something, you know. There not being any real consequences to finishing last. Oh man, 1 season break in all that time. Like, serious respect for that, man. That's dedication. That's dedication, man. Fair play. I'd also hate to think how much you've spent on that game, or on this game, in all that time, if you've been playing that consistently.
Ahead is now 1.8.
I'm sure you don't even like thinking about it.
The gap to Teixeira behind is now 1.3 seconds.
Not the best time to be sorting my pit adjustments out.
Remaining 10 minutes.
Ah, man. We're gonna have to... Oh, it's gonna be so annoying. We're basically pitting for 2 laps or so. Oh, no.
Okay, Toby, the next car is Miranda.
Get off the line. Right, I'm going to do 1 more lap and I'm going to come in.
5 minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes.
Oh no, he's binned it behind us.
Incident in bus stop. Looks like it's Teixeira.
Do you know one thing? Like, I'm not making excuses, Baz. Like, and I know there's people who are much quicker than me with far worse, you know, kit than I've got. But one thing I really want to get is a set of pedals that are a lot stiffer than this, because, like, trail braking, I really struggle.
New fastest lap for Miranda, 144.64. There's an incident in International Horseshoe. It looks like Stevenson.
I've only recently adjusted these Fanatec V3s to sort the travel out a bit, so the travel's not so long, and they're a bit stiffer, and that's helped me massively. Like, I don't know how I went so long without doing that.
In turn 1.
But
I think it might be Teixeira.
But what I really want to get is some like the Husingveld sprints or the or even as a real luxury like the Fanatec Invicta, where there's virtually no travel like you'd get in a real race car, and it's a lot easier to get that muscle memory. And I'm not, again, I don't want to blame it all being equipment, because you have to get good with the equipment you got, but I do think a better set of brake pedals would really help me out. So I think that's definitely my next upgrade. Because I know that's one area that I really struggle with consistency is braking, because I can't quite get that muscle memory with these pedals, because even though I've adjusted the travel, the amount of travel on these pedals is still a lot higher than I'd like. Right, in we come.
What's your speed limit in the pits? Okay, we'll fill you to the end.
No, that's one thing I haven't got, so maybe I should try that before going to spend all that money on a new set of pedals, but I wasn't sure if that made too much of a difference, but yeah, I will get that if it is worth it. Right, so what's the damage then of that stop?
There's a car approaching. Stay in your lane. 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Right side. Right side's clear.
The 9th. Okay. Well, if we can hold on to this, that's not bad. Whether we can hold on to it though. Not if we can drive like that, we wait. Got the slipstream that will help us. That was a bit messy going through there.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. The gap ahead is now 1.0 seconds. P12.
Ah, P12. That's annoying. Good old race labs telling me I'm P10. Oh. Okay, I'll have a look at those then. Because yeah, I'm always up for if I can improve these without spending £500–600 on a new set of pedals, then obviously I'd much rather do that. But didn't realise there were third-party options as well. But yeah, I'll definitely look at those.
Push, push, push. We can get this position.
But before these, I had the, was it the TLCM Thrustmaster pedals? And I almost preferred those in a way, because the travel was so much less on them. And they felt a bit stiffer. Obviously, they didn't look quite as nice. But to use, I much preferred them. I'll get off the line. I keep doing that.
There's an incident in. Bus stop. We think it might be Blanco. Yellow flag.
Ooh. Oh, we got a good run onto this guy now. What do I do? What do I do? Is this what I mean? I don't know whether it's a good idea to overtake them now or... Make me nervous.
On your right. He's still there. Still there. Right side's clear. P11. Nicely done.
Oh man, he's a bit heavy on the brakes there, wasn't he? Well, that was a bit hairy.
Mitchell is now leading. Car right, incident
whoa,
in
whoa,
turn
whoa,
5.
whoa.
He's still there. Still there. Still there. Clear right. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Well, I think we can get this guy. I'll have this line, thank you very much.
Car left. Clear left.
Woo! Those are two places I was not expected to have. Oh no, we upshifted a bit too early there.
Okay, Toby, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Should be 2 laps left.
10th position.
Those two are battling behind, so that might help us out a bit. Come on. 2.3 laps left of fuel. So this better be the last lap next. Or it's going to be a bit touch and go. Okay, mate, well, I mean, if you're using them, and again, if you're churning out lap times like that, then I've really got no excuse with my pedals, have I? I'm definitely, I'll pick that up, because I think it's only like 30 quid, isn't it? So it makes sense to give that a go before I go and drop £500 on a set of sprints.
One more to go. That last lap was a 146.12.
Right.
We're running on fumes, mate.
I know, Jim. I know. I was taking that corner a little bit more slowly than I normally would, just because I wanted to make sure we got through it unharmed. Didn't want to spin on this last lap and undo all our hard work. Ooh, a little bit early. Oh! God, I'm panicking a bit here. What's going on here? Oh, it's lap cars.
Very little fuel left.
I know, Jim. It's enough, though. Well, I mean,
That's 2 minutes left.
given how badly we messed up with the fuel at the start, I think 10th isn't the worst place in the world. I mean, we qualified 6th or 7th. So, I mean, actually, it's not been too bad.
The guy in front is Stevenson.
It's annoying to think...
P2's gone off in turn 1.
It's annoying to think where we could have been.
P10. That's the end of the race. We'll get him next time.
Yeah, it's annoying to think where we could have been if we didn't have that extra pit stop. But, yeah, I'm pleased with that. Again, I need to say that it was a practice run, so finishing the race was the main objective. Anything after that is a bonus. Had better pedals, which are great, like the sprint. I ended up... Oh, interesting, okay. Ah, okay, interesting. Well, that's really reassuring, though, to think that you've gone back from having a sprint to those, because, you know, if I can get the performance kit and that fixes it, or the damper kit and fixes it, then perfect. Because one thing I will say is I much prefer the look of the Fanatec over to like the industrial look of the sprints. I think they go with the colour scheme of my rig a lot better, like with the black and the red everywhere. Yeah, that was good. I'm just gonna do this in lap quickly and pitch. Any extra safety rating? Obviously we got the 3 incident points, which isn't too bad. 2 of those are annoying because it's always, you know, that just pushing too hard. Oh, here we go, running out of fuel. Oh dear. That was good timing, that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, top 10. I definitely see that as a win. I've run out of fuel. Jim, I'm not going to get to you, man. Go on, we can do it. We can. I'm gonna make it. It's a mission. We're well and truly run out of fuel. Can we get to the pit stop? Oh, come on, come on, come on. We're gonna do it. And just like that, we've done it. The slowest pit stop you'll ever see. Oh man, well I'm really pleased with that. It'd be interesting to see what we did in terms of safety rating as well, because yeah, I've been having some weird boosts and drops with safety rating. It's not been easy to guess at all. So yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, so I don't know if you were on earlier, Baz. So basically, I did a VRS endurance race on Sunday, because there's only 2 of us. We're sort of taking it in turns at the moment to do double stints. I did double stint this weekend, did 73 laps, and across those 73 laps, I got 8 incident points, and I got a 0.06 safety rating increase, which seemed really harsh, especially when I compared it to some of the increases that other people got with far more incident points and far less laps. But again, a 0.08 increase with only 3 incident points over a 40-minute race. I know Daytona has very, very little in the way of corners. So yeah, maybe it's that's it, but still slightly frustrating. 35 safety rate, iRating increase, so we're nearly above 1,000 again. I think ever since I've taken this approach to qualifying, it's gone up quite a lot. So it did drop massively because I just oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that, Baz. Oh, man, look who's here. I know. If you only just joined us, mate, because it's actually been working. The stream's been working. I know last time you tried watching it, didn't work from the start. So we've actually had a hitchless stream. I can't say much for the driving, but yeah, the stream's been fairly mistake free. But yeah, transitions, production quality through the roof. Ignore my the white balance on the camera. My ring light is over here and I can't quite reach, and I'll knock the tripod over. So I just look very red at the moment. So I will change that though. Thanks to the wonders of Hue, I will make myself look less alien. Oh, there we go. There we go. So we have a slightly neutral colour now. But yeah, that was a good couple of races. But as you say, Baz, yeah, I definitely think I'm better than my iRating suggests. I don't want to kid myself and say that, you know, I'm way better than these guys, because, you know, I think I should be, like, I think a fair iRating for me would be about 1.82k. I think that is and I think the other thing is that and again, I don't know if you've watched many of my races in the past. One thing that I was guilty of in previous races is through fear of being taken out and not knowing how the other guy was going to go in terms of the overtake, whether he's going to just send it or whether he's actually going to be sensible and take the overtake when it was like a sensible time, I'd let people past, so I wouldn't really defend my position. I'd basically just see a car was behind me, think, you know what, mate, I don't know whether you're going to take me out, just go, and then I'll hopefully catch you up later on. And of course, sometimes that'd work out because they'd go ahead of me, make a mistake, and I get that position back. But quite a lot of the time, they don't. They just drive off ahead, and I've lost that position. And I've definitely stamped that out a bit in terms of my rating now, or racing. I don't, unless I know someone's much quicker than me, like they've come from way back in the field, and I can see they've gained like 2 seconds in a lap or the last couple of laps, then I let them pass. But more often than not now, I will defend my position. Like I've learned when to defend, when to let people pass. You know, that's starting to start to make its way into my my driving. So that's helped a bit. But yeah, I keep going back to it. But I'm 3 months in. My position or my iRating now kind of reflects the time that I've been in the game. But I think now we've gained about 100 iRating or 200 iRating in the time that I've gone from not qualifying and starting the back to qualifying every race. So it's definitely helped. And actually defending my positions has definitely helped. So I think we can easily get to, by the end of season 2, I set myself an objective of getting to 2,000 by the end of season 2. And I think now we're sticking more to the races that I know, like the GT3 series, occasionally doing the GT4 and the endurance races. I think sticking to those and getting good at those rather than trying to be a jack of all trades and, you know, like the Mazda, the Ferrari GT3, the touring cars, or whatever else, the Radical, whatever else we were driving before. Whereas I was just doing that and necessarily not being competitive in them, so not getting good finishes. I was doing it more for the variation of the content as opposed to doing it for the enjoyment. Now I'm sticking with GT3s. But I've seen an upwards trend in the iRating, and I think it will just continue. I use safety rating to see if they're safe or not. Yeah, I mean, annoyingly, in the kind of splits that I'm in, that doesn't necessarily always translate into good driving or not. Because, like, for example, towards the end of season 1, my safety rating absolutely tanked because I kept getting taken out. I've got a couple of fail videos on my channel where you can just see that people have just got into me, and I'm not even making excuses and blaming it on other people. It's genuinely no fault of my own. And I think I went through about a spell of about a week where I lost a safety rating of 2, just because I get kept taken out. I got disqualified from a couple of races because I got like hit multiple times. That's why I stopped doing Mazda races and why I stopped doing the fixed Ferrari races, because they were just too dangerous. As much as I loved them, and I got my first ever win in the fixed Ferrari, it's killing my safety rating. And ever since I stopped doing those, my safety rating's gone up and up and up. We're at A class now, 3.43, and it sort of sits around there. So it's worked out. But as I get higher, definitely I can see that. And it's also one thing Tony helped me to do and said is, if someone's got a low safety rating, like they're below or near the 2 boundary or the 1, they can be a lot more careful and not really be as aggressive in terms of trying to overtake. So if you see someone on those kind of scores, to be a bit more aggressive with them, because they're not going to want to risk getting a demotion or something like that. So yeah, IMSA and Porsche Cup are my main races. Oh man, fair play for doing Porsche. I really enjoyed the one Porsche race that I did, but those cars are like, you're just, I honestly felt like you're on edge. They must be really rewarding when you get good at them though, and you can drive them around cleanly. But yeah, they just felt so nervous, those cars. But yeah, I would like to go back and do them because they were a lot of fun, especially for the fixed races as well, because I don't have to worry about setups being that extra issue to worry about. I can just concentrate on my speed. Um, yeah, LFM. So I've started doing LFM races as well. I haven't done the first race of this season yet. I need to do that. I think it's at Alton Park for the Iron license races that I've been doing. So I will do that at some point this week because I do love LFM races. Never liked ACC. Signed up for LFM. Totally game changer for that game for me. I've enjoyed it ever since. So yeah, but I am boiling, man, because I've got a hoodie on and my little garage conversion with a 3090 and 5950 running at full whack has filled up and it's bloody warm in here. So I'm going to call it there, guys. We did 2 races. First race was obviously 20-minute, more of a feeler race in terms of just gauging our pace. But the sprint race worked out quite well. Obviously messed up our fuel stop in terms of under fueling at the start, which meant we had to do that extra pit stop. But even so, we finished 10th. And yeah, it's interesting to know where we would have been if we didn't have that extra pit stop. But thank you to anyone who's watched. Baz, again, I keep saying it, but if you are new to the channel, thank you very much for watching today. I really do appreciate it. I definitely, if you've got a channel, which I'm guessing by your channel name, you do actually put some content on there. So I will go and subscribe now because, I'm always up for watching new iRacing or sim racing content creators. And anyone else who's watching, actually, sorry, man, you've missed a racing, but I'm going to be doing more streams now. I think instead of doing video on demand, I'm going to do more streams because I just prefer it. I do like the editing, and I will still do the odd pre-recorded race, but I think for now I'm going to stick to streaming because I just enjoy it. It's nice just to be able to talk as you're doing the race and then not have to worry about how you're going to edit all that and make it look like you're less rubbish. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already liked the video, please do like it because that tells YouTube that although I'm slow, I'm not too bad at making videos. And if you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe, and I really appreciate that. And to anyone else who's watching who has already subscribed, I really do appreciate you. Yeah, it means a lot. Over 100 subscribers now. It's kind of settled off, but then I did go through a couple of weeks of not making much in the way of content. So yeah, next time, man, I'm probably going to stream tomorrow because me and Adam for the Simhound racing team are going to do a practice run for the race on Sunday. So I'll be streaming tomorrow anyway, man. So if you're about then, I will catch you then.